Darko Rajaković, in his time with the Raptors, has done a tremendous job of building these very good and personal relationships with his players. Honestly, with 2 years of not so great results with the Raptors, and maybe there would have been considerations of moving on from him, what has always been strong, and I think was one of the reasons why he maybe was kept on and has showcased it to be a great decision this season. One of the reasons why, or some of the reasons there's been success, and where some of the success has always lied for Rajaković, is building those relationships. And the players know that he's always willing to stick up for them, and the players know he's willing to big them up when it is necessary. And he really had some interesting words recently about Scottie Barnes. Let's see what he said and see how accurate they are. And we're going to CGTN Sports Scene on YouTube, who posted this video here. Let's just listen in to what Darko Rajaković had to say about All-Star Scottie Barnes.
I'll tell you what, Scottie is Defensive Player of the Year. Scottie is an All-Star. Scottie is going to be NBA Finals MVP one day. Scottie is going to be MVP of this league.
Like he said.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, he's certainly a candidate.
Scottie is an All-Star.
He's definitely an All-Star. He's a two-time All-Star now.
Scottie is going to be NBA Finals MVP one day. Scottie is going to be MVP of this league one day.
And then we go off the rails, but let's continue.
And I'm calling that now. You can write down the date when I said that. Okay, so Scottie is not even close where he's going to be when he's 27 and 28. There is so much that he's improving week by week, and the more he's improving, he's making my job easier, and I'm really, really proud of the way he works, and he really thinks how to help the team and how to win the basketball games. That's the only thing that he has on his mind, so really proud of him.
Crazy.
So, we'll get into what Scottie had to say after that, but man, I well documented. I haven't been the biggest fan of Darko Rajaković as a head coach of the Raptors. He's doing a tremendous job this season. His job is absolutely safe with the front office, and it's more importantly safe with me. But done a fantastic job this season. But again, I haven't been the biggest complimenter of Darko. Where I always have had compliments for him was the way the team has bought into what he's doing. The team has bought into him and his process and the relationships that they build. You see the relationships with even previous players from different teams, how strong those connections are. And I love this. I absolutely love how much he is willing to, give so much praise to his guys and try to reward his guys and try to give them more positive public perception in things like this. E. Cole does put it well in the chat. I need someone to believe in me like Darko believes in Scottie, because he's believed for a while. And Scottie, with the way he's playing, is making more and more people believers with the way he's playing this season. Let's listen into what Scottie Barnes had to say when he heard what Darko said about him.
The guy, but I love him to death. That's my guy.
Why do you love him to death? What about him?
I say, why do you love him to death?
He supports us. He got our back no matter what. But it's beyond that. He texts, calls. He really cares. He's super genuine. I think that's what makes the most out of it. Just a super genuine guy, always.
So, again, you hear this from a lot of players. You've heard this from Scottie before, the relationship building there. And Scottie actually brought up a good point there about he's always defending his guys. Like in games where they're not getting called or free throws, like there was a game last season against the Lakers, I think it was, where Darko just absolutely blew up about the refs and was praising Scottie Barnes, saying he should be getting more calls, he's getting disrespected and whatnot. Like the players know Darko always has their back, and Darko is always going to provide them the praise when it is necessary to do so. And again, you have to give a lot of credit to Darko for building all of these relationships. But has he gone too far potentially with this press conference in question with Scottie Barnes? He's called him a Defensive Player of the Year, called him an All-Star, called him a Finals MVP, and an MVP of this league. You can write down the day. I forget exactly what day it was, but early February 2026, he said all of this about Scottie Barnes. Are we now taking it a step too far. Well, for starters, like I said, Scottie Barnes is a 2-time All-Star at just 24 years old. That is fantastic to see. As for Defensive Player of the Year, he's in the mix. Like, he is in the mix. We could look at the odds here. I'll just pull up FanDuel because it's a clean interface for you guys to see. Scottie Barnes currently 4th on FanDuel for Defensive Player of the Year. You'll see him 4th in a lot of places. He's behind Victor Wembanyama, the clear favorite, Chet Holmgren, Rudy Gobert, and then there's Scottie Barnes there. Like, he is in an elite class of defensive players here. If Wemby plays enough games, he's going to get it. It was always a case of if Wemby plays enough games, he's going to get it. If he doesn't play enough games, it very much seems like it's going to go to Chet Holmgren, and I think rightfully so. If it doesn't go to one of those two, let's say there's an injury somewhere, Scottie Barnes is firmly in the mix. But at the very least, he is in these discussions. And he's doing it, and he's in these discussions while playing for a team that really shouldn't be that high defensively in the NBA. He is willing the team to have it because he's been that good defensively. He has played like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. So I think that we are on base with that one. As for the Finals MVP and MVP stuff, look, he's 24. Like, we're not in Scottie Barnes' prime yet. He's already this good. He can get better. But when we're talking about MVP, that is really a different class of a player. You know, we've got some absolutely elite players in this league. You've got Jokic, you've got Shea, you've got Luka Doncic, who's never won one. You've got guys like Anthony Edwards continuing to get better as well. Like, we're talking about a completely different class of players. But even though it's a completely different class, how far away is Scottie really? Because, you know, MVPs, they operate in the All-NBA first team category. But, like, the way Barnes has played this season, you know, offensive side of the ball, we talked about how good he's been defensively, but the offensive side of the ball as well. Like, he's averaging 19.4 points. He's above 50% from the field. He's above 30% from 3. 8.4 rebounds, 5.6 assists. Last time I checked, he was leading the league in stocks. He may not be leading anymore, but he's still, like, at the very least right up there in steals plus blocks. True shooting percentage of 58%. He is doing everything to such a high level. You could absolutely make a case that he's going to be in an All-NBA team this season, especially if the Raptors can keep up this record. And if so, like, again, how far are we away from getting into that tier? You know, it's as much as he's, like, played like an All-NBA player, that is still quite a significant leap to get up to those MVP levels. So what would that leap have to look like? I mean, defensively, Christ, like, how much better can we get? This is so amazing from him. I don't know how much better we can get there. From an offensive standpoint, I think the leaps come from a little bit of self-creation on offense. I think it comes from a little bit more efficiency from 3, as much as we're happy with 30% being above there. But, like if we get to, like, a 30, like, he's done it before. If we get to 34% from 3, 35% plus, if he maybe refines the mid-range game a little bit, gets that better, starts pushing his numbers up, 21, 22 points per game, playing like Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, it's really hard. Like, Luka Doncic is such a good player, and he's never won MVP. It's hard to do, but I think it's well within Scottie Barnes' abilities to be within that tier someday, be within a conversation there one day. And who knows, if the Raptors can get better, they can put the right pieces in place. If they have one of the top records in the East, maybe there's a conversation there one day. He also talks about Finals MVP, and look, I'm excited about this current group, but, you know, there's some tough contracts in play. There's a lot of work that needs to be done from a Raptors side of things to refine this team and get there. But if we're talking about Finals MVP, when we're talking about the Raptors winning a championship, and a big debate has still been with some of the fan base has been surrounding, like, you know, can Scottie Barnes be the first option, the number one player on a championship team? And for me, it's always been like, why not? Why can't he be? What is he missing? I don't think anything. I think he's got all the traits of being that best player. He's been the best player this season, and there's some glaring holes in the team, like lack of three-point shooting, like defensive help around him. It's not a team filled with great defenders. Jakob Poeltl's been injured all season. Like, he hasn't played in most of the games. When he has played, he hasn't been healthy. What is he missing? Like, what else does he need to do at 24 years old to convince you he can be the top piece on a championship team? I think he's absolutely, I think he's there now, but absolutely as he continues to hopefully get better, he can get there. So sure, he's got the capability of finals MVP, but like, the Raptors got ways to go to get to that point still. So I've always maintained he's got the ability to do that. I think he's showing he's got the ability to maybe one day get into MVP conversation, but to go out and actually do it, that's a very grand proclamation by Darko Rajaković. But like I said earlier on in this piece, I love it. I love the support. I love the confidence he's putting in his players. I love the relationship he's building with the players. It's exactly what you want to see from your coach. And hey, man, I sure hope he's right. Right? I sure hope Darko Rajaković is right, because we are in for a wild few years, 5 to 10 years maybe, if the proclamation comes true for Darko Rajaković.